Welcome to Conscious Dream Academy's podcast. Today, your host, Celia, it's me. I am going to be sharing a story. It all began with a dream. We're going to focus in on this morning. I took a nap. I had a dream. I woke up and recorded the dream. It went like this. I was with my boyfriend in the dream. And this is a person who I actually dated a long time ago. And we are not together currently. But in the dream, they are my boyfriend. We're renting a place. And it's not super nice. It's like older. It has carpet. Gross. Carpet? Okay. You know when like carpet's like ugly colors? It was like that. So, additionally, it's almost as if we had had too much fun the night before and things were just kind of a mess. So, first of all, there was food out. Like, there was this pasta that looked really good that was sitting out. I'm like, oh my gosh, why is that sitting out? And then there was this dessert cream. And I was like, why is this sitting out? It was just, things were kind of a mess. And my boyfriend in the dream says, Henry peed on the floor. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is there a man in our place named Henry? Just like wandering around? And then this little dog ran up to me and it was really cute. And I'm like, oh, this is Henry. Okay, so we have another dog. So my two dogs and then this dog named Henry were there. So basically, what I'm trying to describe to you is it's a mess. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, at one point I was like tipping over. It was just, nothing was like perfect. It was just a mess. And not the way that I like things to normally be. And I'm having a little trouble keeping my throat clear because I had surgery on my face to fix my nose from the car accident, and it's not like fixed in like 2 days like I was hoping. Has it been a week? Hasn't even been a week. Anyway, so if it sounds like I'm weirdly congested, it's because I am weirdly congested. All right, the place is a mess, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we have company coming over. So I go into the closet and I pick up a couple things that are on the ground. I put them on as my outfit. I don't even like pay attention to what they are. So the couple comes over. There's like a bigger dude, and then the girl, her name is Penny. Like, I just know that because he's calling her Penny. So the couple comes over and I think, oh my gosh, they're so going to judge us because we are a hot disaster right now. And then I think to myself, I'm like, wait, maybe these people had a late night and they're also trying to act like they have it all together, but they're just humans and they're just doing their best. And like, they totally don't have it all put together either. Like, so it's just like, help me give myself some grace in the dream. So I'm doing random things in this dream and I'm laughing. Like, you know when you laugh and it like physically affects you, like your whole body is like part of this laugh. Like, I was laughing so hard. And then I'd be back to doing something that was just like not going perfectly. And so Penny, the lady, she says, can I just take a moment and we just like look at your outfit? And I think, oh my gosh, what am I even wearing? And I look down with no idea what I'm wearing. Okay. So I see I have a heather gray top on. And then I also have these heather gray shorts on, which they don't match. I first of all, I don't even like heather gray, and so I'm wearing heather gray. Um, it's like I'm doing color blocking with different shades of heather gray. And I just start laughing. And we're like both laughing. Like how stupid this looks. Later in the dream, I look down and I'm wearing like my boyfriend's underwear, boxers on the outside of this heather gray outfit. Like it's just so stupid. The point is like nothing is going right, but yet I am laughing and my boyfriend is running around doing different things and he's just being equally silly, like because nothing's really going perfect for him either. And at the end of the dream, I think like there's just so much love between us. You know, me and the friends, me and the dogs, me and my partner, and everything's just like a mess. But yet I am able to experience love and I'm able to experience this great joy and laughter. And it is a dream of giving myself and others grace to just be human and to know like the human experience is it's not perfect. That's not what it's about. It's about just being the creative expression of this infinite, invisible energy source that we can't see necessarily. And so I wake up and I'm like, dang, that was a really cool dream, because although I thought to myself, wow, did I drink last night? Like I should not have. This is why I don't drink, because things were just like a mess. And I'm like, yeah, I'm so glad I don't drink anymore, because, it just complicates things. And but even just drinking, like that's a human thing to do, and it's okay. Like wherever you're at in life, whatever you're doing, you are an expression of this infinite power, this infinite source, this infinite energy. And however you're expressing, there's really no wrong way to do it. There is the opportunity for us to choose our thoughts and choose our story, and we get to manifest our life. We get to create our story. We can let that story be something we really fall in love with and be the creator of something we actually like. But either way, we are manifesting our reality, whether we like it or not. We are creating it. And no matter what we're creating, our whole purpose potentially is just to create. And anyhow, I wake up and I go to take my dogs outside. It's this beautiful day of sunshine. And actually, before I even went outside, the curtain had like a very slight crack in between the two curtains, and the sun is coming through. And I have two humidifiers going, so there's like almost this like smoky looking effect, like fog machine effect going on in my room. And so the light is shining through the curtain. It's like sun rays coming through, very specific, just peeking through. And then you have like the fog of the humidifier going through it. And so I was actually standing over there and I was just like kind of like passing my hand through the sun ray, the ray of light, and I was just thinking like, this is so amazing. Like it just looked so amazing. I keep my room really dark, but I was like kind of lazy with how I shut the curtain because I was just taking a quick nap, and I'm like so amazed by the light coming through and just the way that it was coming through. The tiniest piece of light, just like it was just really magical. So you had to be there. But anyhow, then I go let my dogs out and I get a message from a friend. It's a voice memo, and I sit outside in this beautiful day. I listen to the message, and she says, "Hey, I had a dream." Well, first she says, "I want to check on you after your surgery." And I'm like, thank goodness so many people are checking on me, keeping me feeling motivated, like you're not alone. You can do this. It's 1:11 on the clock. Anyways, so I have felt so supported through this surgery. And anyhow, so she's checking on me, but then she says, "Hey, I wanted to tell you my dream." And I'm like, "Oh, sweet." People are very often sending me their dreams. Well, when I had walked outside, I sat down, opened Instagram, and she had a picture of her dog do something silly. I don't even know, but her dog's name is Penny, and I liked it. And then I turned off my phone and I got off Instagram. And then I got her message, so she had seen that I hearted her message about her dog Penny, and then she sent me her dream. I don't know if you're realizing this, but the connector is there was a penny in my dream. And then the penny is the connection of why she thought to send me her dream. I know, it's magical. So I'm so excited to breathe. All right. So so she says, "Hey, I had this dream. I'm walking. I get on a bus and like I'm wandering and I'm feeling a little down, and like the further the dream goes, the dirtier I get." Like she looks down, she starts to look homeless, and she was feeling sad. She got divorced within the last couple years or so, and she's kind of been dating, but she's single, and she's just like, I'm single and just feeling kind of down. And in the dream, she's feeling kind of down, and she's got some lady helping her, but she's traveling along, and she's like getting like, she's like dirty, and it's just, so she wakes up from the dream and she instantly has the song in her head. What if God was one of us? Do you guys know what the next line is in that song? I did not know. I think if I ever heard that song, I just mumbled something and never actually knew what it was. So she tells me in this message, she says, "You know the song, What If God Was One of Us? Just a slob like one of us." And I'm thinking, what is that really what the lyric is? So I look it up, and it is. And it really, in that moment, I knew like it brought the message of my dream full circle, really. So if we are all expressions of this higher power, it doesn't matter what that expression looks like. Everything is equally good. So if there's a person who isn't taking great care of themselves and kind of underachieving, and you just think, well, they need to do this, and then they'll be successful, and then they'll be happy, and then they'll feel better. Well, they are an expression of God. They are an expression of Source. They are an expression of this infinite creativity, and whatever the expression appears as, it's okay. Let it be. And that goes for not just the way I was thinking of others, but thinking of myself. And so if I'm single, that's okay. If I'm in an imperfect relationship, that's okay too. If I partied too hard, that's okay. If my home is messy, if the dog peed on the floor, if company's coming over, you're not ready, If you're wearing a ridiculous outfit, if you're barely keeping it together, that's okay. You are an expression of creativity, and it's all okay. So, what if God was one of us? Just a slob like one of us? And then I started thinking, in a way, we're all slobs in our own way. And some of us try really hard not to be a slob, but we're human. We make mistakes. We forget things. We screw up. It's just things happen. And so let it, like, instead of being so hard on yourself, like, everything isn't perfect and I haven't achieved everything I decided I'm going to achieve. Well, guess what? Being a slob is actually okay. Like, let yourself realize, like, being human, being in the full expression of your humanness, it's okay. And being in that authenticity, we could still laugh, and we can still be in relation, and we can still experience life. We're still experiencing our creation. And maybe for today, let it be okay if your hair looks kind of greasy and you're wearing mismatched pajamas and you haven't left the house and you're piecing together random food for your meal. Maybe your dog pooped on the floor. And then just be like, hey, maybe you pooped on the floor. It doesn't matter. Okay, I don't know. I just want to also include like whatever your experience is, let that be okay. Because I used to work as a nurse. People are pooping on the floor. Maybe you didn't poop on the floor today, but somebody is pooping on the floor. And it's okay. It's okay. Let it be okay right where you are. But remember, no matter what that looks like, you can still choose to experience. You can still allow laughter. You can allow that laughter in that debilitates your entire body because you're laughing so hard. Maybe you look at your sloppy life, the sloppy aspects of your life, and maybe you can laugh. Maybe you just laugh because you're like, this is my creative expression. And I'm obviously doing my best. And what if my best is just so much better than I realize? What if it's perfect? I believe that it is perfect. I believe that we are all perfect because we are a creation. And what child puts a crayon to paper and then you tell them, what a slob? No. Wherever you are at, whatever your creation looks like, let it be. Love it. Take moments to notice the positive aspects. Where is there love in your relationships? Even if it's not perfect, where is the love? Maybe you left the food out, but yesterday you got to eat that food, and that food was delicious at the time. Maybe the dog peed on the floor, but that dog, little Henry, still ran up, right up, and jumped in my face and wanting to lick me with kisses. Like, within your experience as a slob, I don't normally use that word, but I think it gets the point across. Within the experience, if you think of yourself as an artistic masterpiece on a canvas, maybe it looks like a big sloppy mess. Well, guess what? It's actually perfect, and it's actually beautiful, and it's you. And it's yours. So continue to create, continue to feel, continue to connect. And thank you for listening to my story. And happy dreaming. Until next time.